Mother's Instinct. This movie is a remake of the French thriller of the same name, which in turn is based on the novel by Barbara Abel. The main roles were played by Jessica Chastain and Anne Hathaway. The movie is set in the 1960s. Alice and Celine are two model housewives and best friends. They live next door to each other and lead a quiet, measured life in a cozy suburb. They have successful husbands and sons of the same age, but when a sudden tragedy strikes, their perfect life and their friendship begins to crumble. The First Omen. This is the sixth film of the popular horror franchise directed by Arkasha Stevenson. It is a prequel to the very first film, which was released in 1976. The plot is based on a story by Ben Jacoby and tells about a young American woman who travels to Rome to begin serving in a church, but there she encounters a mysterious dark force that questions her faith. The heroine witnesses a sinister conspiracy to bring about the birth of the Antichrist. Civil War. This war drama is not only a new film by talented director and screenwriter Alex Garland, but also the most expensive project of A24 company. It was reported that about $75 million was spent on the production of the film, so it is one of the most interesting premieres of April. The events of the movie take place in the near future, when the country is in acute political crisis and government establishes a dictatorship. 19 states declare their independence. Due to the threatening situation, the president orders to suppress the uprising by military means. On the other side, the rebels form an alliance with the goal of reaching Washington and seizing the White House by Independence Day. Meanwhile, the main protagonist is closely monitoring the situation with her colleagues. Back to Black. What do you know about Amy Winehouse? If very little or nothing, so this biographical drama is for you. As you already guessed, this movie tells the story of the short but rich life of the popular British singer. It begins in the early noughties when she was a jazz singer from North London and ends with world fame and a Grammy Award. After his sudden death in 2018, Amy Winehouse joined the unofficial Club 27, which includes prominent musicians and singers who tragically died at the age of 27, such as Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison and Kurt Cobain. Following the recent Bob Marley One Love, this movie continues a series of music biopics, a genre that is currently experiencing a new round of popularity. Damaged. This action movie is directed by Terry McDonough, who has worked on episodes of Breaking Bad, Killing Eve and Better Call Saul. Samuel L. Jackson stars as a Detective Lawson who is searching for a serial killer in Scotland and discovers that his handwriting closely resembles the killer who murdered 5 women in Chicago a few years ago, but one of them was the detective's girlfriend. The investigation reaches a turning point when Lawson's former partner Walker shows up. He has new evidence that will change the course of the searching. This character is played by Vincent Cassel. The Promised Land. This movie is based on the novel by Ida Jessen and is the result of co-production between the cinemas of 4 European countries: Denmark, Sweden, Norway and Germany. And Mads Mikkelsen played the main role. In the middle of the 18th century, King Frederick V of Denmark and Norway decided to explore the vast wastelands of Jutland to conquer the wilderness and bring civilization here. This way he can enrich his wellness and win honors. The royal order will be carried out by retired soldier Ludwig van Collen, who on spot encounters resistance from local landowner Frederick de Schinkel, who is ready to do anything to remain in power in these lands. Rebel Moon Part 2 – The Scargiver. After the release of the first part, Zack Snyder's space epic, it received a very devastating reaction from audiences and critics. One can only imagine how many Rotten Tomatoes will fall on the next batch of Snyder's slow motion. To be fair, many of the complaints about the movie are well founded. The film takes place on the Moon of Wealth, where Korra and the brave warriors who managed to survive the events of the last movie are preparing to defend their new home against the forces of the Mother World side by side with its inhabitants. But who will win in this epic battle for gardens? You can find out about it from April 8th on Netflix. This is where I end. If you like my videos even a little, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel.